I look like I don't even lift, huh?
Okay, so I talked about why I went vegan, but I didn't go over how I went vegan. So, what kind of dietary changes I made at first, what kind of difficulties I had with changing to the diet, what I felt, what I experienced at first. So when I first went vegan, I didn't have a great idea of what I should eat. So what I did was I just thought, okay, well, meat's a protein source, so I guess I'll just take out the meat and replace it with another overt protein source like beans or lentils. So I'd just be having like potatoes, rice, and beans or lentils, and that was basically all I really ate for like 2 or 3 weeks. And the first week I went vegan, I felt really, really weird. Just didn't quite feel like myself. I felt really light and kind of weak. I think it was just because of the huge dietary change. Any big, huge dietary change like that, good or bad, you're probably gonna feel weird. But after that first week, I felt fucking amazing. I had tons of energy. I lost a few inches on my waist right away, because I guess it just cleans out your system, all that extra fiber that I wasn't used to having. Like I already said, I was eating a lot more protein back then because pretty much every meal had beans or lentils in it. At first, I also was eating some cooking oils, like coconut oil, and I was having a lot more nuts back then. And despite having a diet that's much higher in fat, I actually was still able to lose weight. I dropped about 10 pounds in the first 2 months of being vegan without even thinking about it. So yeah, vegan diets, even when they're a little higher in fat, they're still really good for weight loss. And eventually I learned that I really didn't need that much protein, and I cut out all the oils in my diet and reduced the nuts and seeds, and ended up following a Raw Till 4 style diet like I am doing now. I did make a few mistakes at first when turning vegan. There are some habits that you have to get rid of, and there is a learning curve to learning a new diet and lifestyle. So I do things like just go into the refrigerator, take out a tub of frozen yogurt and just scoop it out and eat it, and then later I'd realize, oh wait, fuck, frozen yogurt isn't vegan, what the fuck am I doing? And there are just stupid little habits like that that you have to get rid of. But when you persist on the diet for a while, you end up getting rid of those bad habits, and being vegan just becomes easier and easier. So my advice for anyone who's about to start a vegan diet, my first suggestion is make sure you get in enough calories. A lot of people, when they start this diet, they just aren't eating enough, and then they feel fine at first, but after a month or two, they get really weak and tired and feel like shit, and then they say, oh, well, it's the vegan diet, it's not for me. Well, no, you just fucked up. You're not eating enough. So your main calorie sources should be high carbohydrate, low fat foods, whether it be from fruits or roots or grains. My second tip is make sure you eat plenty of green vegetables, lots and lots of green vegetables. It really doesn't matter how you eat them, raw or cooked, as long as you just get them in. You need that vitamin and mineral density. And my third tip is eat all the foods that you want to eat. When you first go vegan, you'll find a lot of idiots online who will give you bad advice, like David Wolf, who will say, you can't eat these fruits, oh, you have to eat this high-fat stuff, or it all has to be raw. No, it's bullshit. Eat the foods that you want to eat while vegan, especially at first, because you're going to be tempted to eat meat and dairy products, and if you're just making things harder on yourself by restricting the vegan foods that you do want to eat, then it'll just be that much more difficult, it'll be that much more easy to go off the rails. So eat everything you want to eat. So that's how I went vegan. I hope those of you who have just started a vegan diet got some useful tips. Keep making those vegan gains. Comment, rate, and subscribe. And until next time.
Beef. What a relief. When will this poisonous product cease? This is another public service announcement. You can believe it or you can doubt it. Let us begin now with the cow. The way it gets to your plate and how.